What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle and I am going to be your instructor for today's DIY video on how to create a Dyneema Composite Fabric stuff sack, single-ended stuff sack. Okay, so this video is going to be 3 parts. First part, we're going to show you what comes in the kit. Kit looks like that. Go through the components and whatnot so you know what you're working with. 2, we're going to show you how to sew the single-ended stuff sack. And then 3, we're going to show you how to properly tape the seams of the Dyneema Composite Fabric so you increase the durability of the stuff sack and the waterproofness over time. And at the end of those 3 steps, you're going to get something that looks quite a lot like that. Oh, it's pretty. If you're ready, let's get to it. Okie dokie, welcome to part 1 of the instructional video on how to sew a DCF stuff sack, where we're going to show you what comes in the kit. So this is what you get, right? We're going to bust it open. You can choose from 3 different sizes: small, medium, or large. We may do a sampler later where you get multiple sizes, but let's go through what's included. So first things first, the fabric. Laser cut, blank, already pre-cut size, so all you do is pull it out of the bag and start sewing. Very nice. Next, we have our various components. 30 inches of drawcord to cinch up the sack. 30 inches of DCF backed adhesive tape. This is what you're going to use to seal the seams, okay? Now 30 inches of cord and tape, that's going to be more than enough to do all 3 size stuff sacks. If you're choosing the small or the medium, you'll likely have some left over, but that's okay. You can use it later for other stuff. And then lastly, but not leastly, a cord lock to hold everything together. Okay? So that's the contents of the kit. Let's move to part 2, where we actually start sewing. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is lay out your Dyneema Composite stuff sack blank on a table or the top of the sewing machine. Second, fold the blank in half along the lengthwise or longer dimension like so, and be sure to crease the folded edge with your finger. You should get something that looks like this. Now we're ready to sew. What you'll be doing in this step is forming the stuff sack body by sewing a straight stitch along 1, the side, and 2, the bottom of the folded stuff sack blank. At the end of part 2, you'll have something that looks like this. So now let's go down to the sewing machine and I'll show you exactly how to do this. Starting at the top right of your folded blank, lay down a straight stitch along the side. Be sure to put in a lock stitch whenever you start or stop your stitching by going back and forth over the same line for a few stitches. This makes the stitching stronger and prevents the seam from pulling apart. Go as slow as you need to and try to keep the stitch line straight. One tip we can offer for straight stitching is to align your presser foot with the edge of your fabric as a guide. Now do the exact same thing for the bottom edge. Again, be sure to lock stitch when you start and stop your line of stitching. With your side and bottom stitching complete, it's time to tape the seam using the included Dyneema Composite backed adhesive tape. Taping the seams is not strictly necessary, but it is highly recommended to increase the strength and durability of your stuff sack over time. Start by cutting 2 pieces of tape, one for the side and one for the bottom. Include about 1 inch extra for both pieces to ensure you cover the seams completely. With your stuff sack flat on a table, peel the white backing off your tape and begin to apply slowly with even pressure down the seam. Let 1/2 of the tape contact the seam and the other half stick to the table. Be sure to smooth out the tape with your finger as you work down the seam. Now carefully peel the entire stuff sack up from the table and flip to the other side. Complete the tape seam by folding down the other half of tape. Work slowly and apply even pressure down the length of the seam. Once finished, we like to smooth everything out by running a marker up and down the seam. And that's it. Now simply repeat the process for the bottom seam. With your seam taping complete, turn the stuff sack inside out. Take time to flatten the stuff sack and work out any wrinkles so that it lays completely flat. Now it's time to sew the drawcord channel at the top of the stuff sack. Make a 1/2-inch roll hem channel, lay in the provided drawcord, and carefully stitch around the perimeter of the stuff sack. This is a standard roll hem drawcord channel, so if you'd like to see additional details and pointers, be sure to check out the links at the bottom of this page. Dyneema Composite Fabric can be a bit more difficult to work with than regular fabric here, so take your time and work carefully. Alright, you're almost there. Just a few finishing touches left. First, trim any excess thread from sewing the drawcord channel using thread snips or scissors. Second, slide the included cord lock onto both ends of drawcord and finish with an overhand knot. Lastly, trim the drawcord to length and seal with a lighter. Alright guys, we're done and we have arrived at completed stuff sack land. Even if you are a novice at working with DCF, this is one of the best projects that you can start with. Takes probably under 30 minutes to do, even if you've never worked with DCF, and you get something that you can actually use, so it's pretty rad. A couple quick things. If you have any leftover repair tape, definitely save that. That's valuable. You can use it for other stuff down the road, other projects and repairs. And I think that is about it. So thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any trouble, let us know. We're here to help. See ya.